And we're live, everybody. Welcome in here. Thanks so much for stopping by. I've never done this before where I've never called play-by-play for like two major, mid-major schools here. So this is the first time that I've ever done it. I call play-by-play, by the way, for you guys over on YouTube. I've always done like major conference games and stuff like that. Barely anything for college basketball tonight. So I decided just to take a crack at it, see who was available or anything. But thank you guys so much for stopping by here. We're going to have a play-by-play call for this game here. The number 7 seed in the Southern Conference Tournament, the Wofford Terriers, rallying 3 straight victories in 3 straight days in a row here. Winners against the Citadel on Friday, Furman on Saturday, the 2 seed, and then they knocked off yesterday Tennessee Chattanooga. They find themselves right now in the Southern Conference Final against the number 1 seed East Tennessee State. So welcome on the channel here. Thanks so much for stopping by. Peyton Gaming, Thunderbolt, I don't know anymore. Yep, Wofford played it close with Kentucky last year in the tournament. It was Fletcher McGee set the all-time three-point shooting record in the game before the first-round matchup against Seton Hall, but he was not in the second round when they took on Kentucky. It was a close game, but Kentucky won it down to the wire. Thunderbolt's got his prediction, 68-62. He likes Wofford in this one. That'd be crazy if Wofford could come in with an upset here because East Tennessee State looks like they might grab themselves a bid or so to the tournament as an at-large. Depends because their record's 29-4, but this game just tipped off right now, going left to right on the court is Wofford to get the basketball first. So welcome all into the channel here. We got over 10 people, which I'm shocked already that we do. Wofford dribbles. Right elbow with the basketball, swings it back out to the left wing perimeter. Who do I think's going to win in this one? I'm going to go East Tennessee State. Wofford just turned it over, so it goes back to the Buccaneers here. Hey, welcome in here, Vaughn and Patrick. Enver, thanks so much for stopping by. Hey, welcome to the channel, Ethan. Thanks so much for stopping by. He knows nothing about these two teams. Same as me, man. I just looked at them today. I was shocked that there was like a college basketball game over on ESPN today. East Tennessee State with the ball. Moves it over right wing. Dribbles now to the right corner. Shot fake. Clears some space. Takes a 3. It's off the mark. No good. Offensive putback. They get it, though. As it's up and in. That should be a 2-zippy it. Right there, so yeah. So it should be 2-2 right now, yep. So East Tennessee State now with the ball right wing perimeter. Davian Williamson, pass it now into the key. Back in his way. Low post moves it back outside now. To the left wing, they're going to take a 3. It is up, it's good. Actually, 6-2 here. 6-2 is the score. So 6-2 the score. Yeah, East Tennessee State hit a 3 in the last possession. Hey, welcome in here. Yeah, congrats to BU for making the final. I'm shocked, man. I'm shocked that BU made the final. So they have knocked down back-to-back triples for East Tennessee State, and Wofford goes inside right there. They're going to run over an East Tennessee State player in the lane. Goes back to the Buccaneers. So East Tennessee State coming in white uniforms for this game. Dark blue lettering with a yellow outline. Wofford coming in with black uniforms for this one with white numbers and letters. Buccaneers with the basketball. They lead 6-2 through the first 2 minutes. Yeah, Vaughn putting out, he's surprised I'm streaming this game. I was looking at the schedule. I was like, I wasn't sure about if I was going to do like anything today. I was just like, yeah, I'm going to try this out just like I did with the Summer League and see if there's like any people that come on here or anything. So 8-2 the score through the first 2 minutes, 10 seconds right now. East Tennessee State just scored in the low post. Wofford with the basketball. Takes a 3. This one is up. It's an air ball. They get the offensive rebound and the Buccaneers block it out of bounds by the big fella. I think he's 7 feet tall from the Netherlands. Tennessee will play Alabama in the tournament on Thursday, Cody is putting here. I would go, if I had to bet on that game, I would go Tennessee for that one. Hey, welcome in here, Jaladen. Thanks so much for stopping by. He is here as well. Arku, my man. Yeah, Thunder looking so good right now, dude. Can't believe the Thunder beat the Celtics yesterday. What a game. Like, what a game when the Thunder take on the Celtics lately. Wofford just turned it over on the inbound, so the ball goes back to East Tennessee State. Hey, welcome in, my man. Ant, thanks so much for stopping by, man. Yeah, Vaughn, I heard today in Italy they shut down the whole country. That's crazy. I know a tennis tournament, I think in California, they postponed that tennis tournament. That's a 3 taken, and East Tennessee State knocks it down from the top of the key by Davian Williamson. This one is getting out of the hand really fast here. Timeout taken by Wofford. We're not even 3 minutes into the game. Hey, welcome in. Jack is back on the channel. Thanks so much for stopping by here. Jack from Tennessee. I appreciate it, man, for stopping by. Do I think that Florida State will win the tournament? It's so wide open. There's a possibility that they can. There's really a possibility that they can, Peyton. I would have them most likely as a Final Four and an Elite Eight team. It all depends on the matchup, but there's a good possibility. They're into the grouping of mine that could possibly take the tournament. So I do think there's a good chance that the Seminoles can get their first ever national championship. I don't know anymore. Puts out if this your stream was on TV, it would start with YouTube welcomes you to the following presentation Behind the Arc Basketball. Yep. Hey, welcome in here, my man. Seth, what is up? Thanks so much for stopping by here. We're back to action. Wofford with the basketball now after the timeout. Nathan Hoover dribbles past the half-court logo. A lot of the players they lost in the offseason. Hey, welcome in. Seb White, thanks so much for stopping by, bud. Wofford going to take a jumper. That one is up and that one is good. From behind the arc, the 3-ball going down by Storm Murphy. So 11-5 now the score. 16:45 left to go in the first half. And East Tennessee State's got it moving around the perimeter to Trey Boyd. Has it at the left wing. Dribbles now top of the key for the Buccaneers. Passes out to Boyd. He takes a 3, and that one's off the mark, rattled out. Tipped around. A rebound by Wofford here with the basketball. Storm Murphy has it. Dribbles past the half-court logo. Makes his move inside. And dishes it right there down low. Chavez Goodwin jams it down for 2. It's a 4-point game. The Arc Army. That's classic right there. That's a great name for the Blue Wrenches to be a part of the Arc Army. That'd be awesome. A school near Avon, Indiana closed until March 20th due to a teacher coming back to school having the coronavirus. Man, it's a lot of school districts now are getting it. In my area, there's a school district closed down for like 2 weeks. They stopped like they have like band concerts, like all-state concerts in my area and stuff like that. They had to shut it down now. So all the students that paid for high school to be a part of like the Mass All-State like district festival and stuff like that, they can't do their music festival anymore. The auditions were all the way back in December, and the show was supposed to be this week, and it was canceled now because of coronavirus. 11-7 to score. Wofford bounce pass inside off the backdoor cut. They lay it up and in for 2 more. So they're coming right back. It was 11-2. Now it's 11-9. East Tennessee State gets the basketball right back. Dribbles past the half-court logo. This is a team to watch out for. A mid-major team here that could possibly, depending on the matchup, come in and pull off an upset. But Wofford trying to pull off the upset before they get to the tournament. Steals the basketball. Goes the length of the court right there for the layup as it goes up and in. Tie game at 11. 15.5 left to go in the first half. Wofford on a 9-zip run. Boyd with the basketball, passes over right baseline. East Tennessee State tried to go for the jumper right there, ran over a Wofford player, and it goes out of bounds. Turnover by the Buccaneers, so Wofford will get it back. Ooh, so sorry to hear that, Peyton. So Peyton's cousin who visited China has the coronavirus. Oh man, I'm so sorry to hear that, bud. A school in Georgia closed after a worker tested positive. Yeah, there's a lot of just, it's all over. Like it's bad. There was somebody, I think he was up in New Hampshire. He didn't follow protocol, and then he went to like an event in Vermont, and then like now they put all the people in quarantine who was at the event. It's crazy because he just didn't follow protocol at all to stay home for the 2 weeks. Hope no schools where Peyton lives in Louisiana does not close there. I think I heard that there were schools closing in Louisiana on like an article that I saw. Right now we're just on break. But yeah, I'm sorry for you, man. We're just gonna have to all get this through this together. It's crazy what's going on. Like they're closing off locker rooms and everything for like the NBA. It's just crazy what it's turned into. So yeah, not really like much basketball today. By the way, Probably not going to get any new people here on the channel or so, but big thank you all for stopping by here, by the way, for this stream. Wasn't sure, like, what I was going to get here. Maybe we'll get some more when we do get back to break. Illinois, Chicago taking on Wright State. That's a semifinal game for the Horizon League. Illinois, Chicago leading 13-6. Not really much going on for college basketball at all tonight. There's only there's only like 3 NBA games as well, and all those are either regional or on NBA TV, so not really anything for basketball here. Yeah, I think so. I don't know anymore. I think they closed the schools in Madrid. Yeah, if any of you guys want to travel international, you're not going to want to do that right now. You're going to have to wait to travel international for quite the time here, next few months. Hey, welcome in, my man, Vegas Vix. Thanks so much, brother, for stopping by here. Tie game at 11. Yep, Ant's almost got his wrench here. Before you know it, my man, he'll be part of the mod squad here on the channel. Peyton just wishes he could snap his fingers, and it's over. I wish so too, man. I wish that we could just wave a magical wand and everything will just disappear. Oh, cool. Vegas Vix is watching me on his other phone also. Yeah, Wofford isn't close to where they were last year. That team had like a lot of seniors, and Fletcher McGee was basically the leader of that team, and then he graduated last year. But yeah, if Wofford wants to win this game, they gotta hit 3-point shots. They hit 16 of those in the first round against the Citadel. Ooh, the virus is in San Francisco. Oh no. Manchester United beat Man City yesterday 2-0. Thanks so much for the update there. Alright, we're back to action in this one. Tie game at 11. Wofford with the basketball dribbles past half courts. Hey, there's Vegas Vix and his other device there. There you go, my man. So we got on both of his devices right now. Wofford going inside. They missed the shot. Rebounded by East Tennessee State. Buccaneers with the basketball dribbles past half court. And they move to the left wing. Hands off to Davian Williamson now at the top of the key. Dribbles to the free throw circle. Makes his move inside. Jumper. That one's up. No good by Bo Hodges. Gets rebounded offensively. And the Buccaneers put it up. It goes up and in off the backboard. And they'll count for 2. So the big fella putting it home right there for ETSU. It's a 2-point lead. Jack putting out here. East Tennessee State, Cole College, 5-1. Gals to dudes there he puts out. That's awesome. I remember you were telling me, like, I think a few weeks ago, that they have, like, the only, like, bluegrass music course is there in, like, the entire U.S. That they have, like, an actual course for, like, bluegrass music. That sounds so cool. Free throw is good at the line, 14-11. To the first 5 minutes right now. Am I streaming Selection Sunday? Yes, I do believe so. I do believe I should have Selection Sunday for you guys. That's a 3 left wing, no good off the mark, and rebounded right back to the Buccaneers. East Tennessee State has it off the missed 3 by Wofford. They have it at the right wing with Tisdale. Tisdale passes out left wing perimeter now for the Buccaneers with the basketball as we approach the 14-20 mark. Left to go in the first half. Backing their way inside the low post here for ETSU. Lost control of the ball. Tipped up in the air. Deflected. And stolen by Storm Murphy here of Wofford. Wofford now with the ball. Moves it back out wide. They take a 3. It's off the mark. That's all that Wofford tries to do is take 3s. And there's a foul from behind by Wofford. It's going to go back to ETSU here with 14:08. Hey, welcome in. Michigan State fan. Thanks so much for stopping by here, man. Oh, he puts out ETSU, got the baddies there. His cousin went to that college. That's awesome, man. Jaladin just subbed to another person here on the channel, so that's great, dude. Yeah, 71 degrees outside today. Crazy, man, Vegas Vix. What a day. What a day. Yeah, Michigan State doing so well right now. They're red hot. I remember when they got out of the top 25, and people were wondering if they'd be back in the top 25, and I told them, I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if this team is back in the top 15 during Selection Sunday, and that is where they're going right now. That's a 3-point shot, top of the key, and ETSU knocks it down. 6-point game. Yeah, URI barely squeaked it out, Hawkeye Nation, man, but thanks so much for Hawkeye Nation here. Thanks so much for stopping by. Barely squeaked it out, 1 by 1. Fats Russell got 2 free throws just in the nick of time to seal the deal. Yeah, I'm supposed to see her on Saturday for most of the day, I think on Saturday. So I'll be seeing my girlfriend on Saturday here, and then probably coming back Saturday night to cover a game for you guys. We usually see each other on Sunday, though, but it's usually before rehearsal, so we flipped the schedule a little bit for next week. Alright, 17-11 now the score. Hey, welcome in here, Chris Schumacher. Thanks so much for stopping by, finding my channel. I appreciate it here. I'm shocked that I'm getting, like, new people actually into the stream here for, type of game that I'm covering here, mid-major. I usually cover power conference teams here, college basketball, NBA, the March Madness tournament. By the way, in the channel, if anybody's new here, first timer, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, hit the like, and we're going to be covering March Madness here. We're almost there, everybody, just around the corner. 71 as well in Tennessee. Wow. Such a nice day outside. East Tennessee State just turned it over out of bounds. Goes back to Wofford with 13 minutes left to go. Wofford now with the basketball. Moves it to the top of the key. Chavez Goodwin. Hands it off now to Trevor Stump. He has it at the left wing. Passes over now to Hoover. Nathan Hoover, top of the key with the ball with 12:40 left to go in the first half. Hoover. Bounce pass over right wing to Goodwin. Passes over and inside. The Goodwin lost control of it. Should have been an easy bucket. Turnaround jumper. He has got it for 2, though. So, able to regain the ball and put it up and in there for 2 by Goodwin. Yep, Tua is clear back from injury, Peyton. Alabama has the virus. Tua is clear from injury. Peyton put in here. Yes, Florida State up to number 4 in the AP poll. East Tennessee State just lost it again. They've had quite a bit of turnovers. Wofford, though, in the transition. Got the ball stolen right from behind in the bounce pass. Back over to the Buccaneers here. Passing over right baseline. Hey, welcome to the channel here. Net Valai, thanks so much for, Vix's sack. That's Vegas Vix with his other account, it seems like. What is up? As he's got another one here on the channel. And East Tennessee State just missed the jumper. Rebound by Wofford. Wofford at the very bottom of college basketball and rebounds per game. This team is really undersized. They got the ball top of the key, and we got a foul here away from the basketball. Stops the clock with 11:45 left to go. So currently we're just on break. We'll be back here in a few minutes, everybody. Hey, welcome in, Raptor, my man. Thanks so much for stopping by, bud. Yeah, I wasn't, like, sure what I was going to do today. I was just looking at the schedule. I was like, wow. I was like, there's actually, like, a game today. So I was just trying to see if there was, like, anybody out there, like, that I could get, like, possibly new on the channel and stuff like that. And, it's pretty cool that we got over, like, 10 people here, which is awesome. Yep, Steph Curry came back a few days. Yeah, I heard he had the flu somehow. It's unfortunate. I don't know what they're going to do about, like, NBA games and things like that. They're thinking about, like, shutting down arenas and stuff. Oh, that's Vegas Vix's mom that just typed that. Classic. But welcome Vegas Vix's mom over to the stream. And thanks so much for joining in here. The more the merrier tonight in the stream. Is Steph Curry's Davidson College any good this year? They were supposed to be really good, Hawkeye Nation, but unfortunately this year it's kind of been a struggling year for Davidson, but they're not that bad. I think they're like 15-13 or something around that ballpark for Davidson. So I think they're the 7th seed in the A10 conference tournament for Davidson. They have been getting better the past couple weeks. Ooh, who do I think's drafting Tua? Maybe the Dolphins would. Maybe I think it's going to come down to the 2 Florida teams, Dolphins and Buccaneers. Those are probably the top 2 in my opinion that would go with Tua. Well, I streamed the Gonzaga game tonight. Yes, I do plan to do Gonzaga today, by the way. So that's going to be, I'm just going to test it out, see how we do during Gonzaga. They're taking on San Francisco. So if Vaughn's in the chat here, feel free to stop on by for that one because we have a California team in action. Hey, we got a donation here in the chat. My man Jack, thanks so much for stopping by, brother. I appreciate it, Jack. My man for the dono. Let's get some dono hype here on the channel. 17-13 the score. 11:45 left to go in the first half. Hey, welcome on the channel, Cato Dunlap. Thanks so much for stopping by. Boy, you a beast. I appreciate it. I cover play-by-play at college basketball games. Wasn't really expecting to get like 20 people in this type of game here, which I'm shocked right now. 17-13 the score. Wofford on the inbound. They have it at the left corner perimeter. Moves it over to the left wing here. Into the hands of Trey Hollowell for Wofford. He's got it now, dribbling to the left elbow. Swings it back out to Hoover. Passes over right wing perimeter. And they're going to take a deep 2. It is up, and they got it. Deep 2 right there. His foot was on the line for Wofford, and they put it to a 2-point game. 17-15. Hey, welcome in here. Vegas Vix's mom on the channel right now. Peyton here, really excited about the Dono hype. San Francisco taking on Gonzaga. So that's the game tonight. I expect Gonzaga just to blow them out, but it's March. You honestly don't know. And right now, 11 minutes left to go. It's a close game, 2-point game. Wofford steals away the basketball, takes a 3. They miss it, though, off the back iron. Rebound back to East Tennessee State. They just haven't gone inside, like, at all today by Wofford. This team is really, like, undersized. They look at, their roster height of this team. Really undersized, so they don't go inside that often. They jack up a lot of 3s. East Tennessee State's got it right corner perimeter, passing over. Into the hands now of Bo Hodges. Hodges dribbles, free throw circle. Backs his way, moves it back out around the right wing. They make their move inside. Floats. Oh, what a block right there by Wofford. Here to go in transition, 3-on-2. Going to go into the lane and lays it up. We're tied up at 17. Am I doing the ACC tournament? It depends on what the TV schedules are like. Because I know there's ACC, Big 12. I don't know who's on ESPN. That's the thing. But most likely I'll be doing the ACC. I'll probably be doing the final for Saturday, but I don't know what I'm gonna do for the final. I might just do the second half because it overlaps with the Big East. Because I want to cover the Big East too. I've got a feeling that Providence might be in the Big East final. I've got a feeling. They just keep on like red hot right now for Providence. Hey, welcome in, my man, Behind the Arc fan. Thanks so much for stopping by, bud. I appreciate it. He puts out the breaking news here. It's just as a hoax with LeBron James getting diagnosed with coronavirus. He puts out here. And putting out Gonzaga's, yep, 1 seed basically every year and just doesn't win it all. Classic Gonzaga every single season. That's a 3-point shot. Up in the air, and Wofford hits it from behind the arc. 20-17 to score. East Tennessee State back in transition. Catches Wofford off guard. They lay it up and in for 2. 9:17 left to go in the first half right now, and a stoppage in time on the court. That'd be incredible, though, if Providence could go to the title game for the Big East. What if San Francisco beats Gonzaga, wins the WCC, then goes all the way to the Sweet 16? That'd be mad funny. But if San Francisco wins the WCC, will St. Mary's still make it? Oof. That all depends basically on tonight, I think. So that basically depends on tonight's game, how they play against BYU. If St. Mary's beats BYU, they get a much better shot to make it in. If they lose against BYU tonight, that basically dampens their chances. I can see like another team stealing a bid there from St. Mary's. But their chances increase if they beat BYU. If they lose against BYU, then they're on the hot seat until Selection Sunday. 20-19 to score. Wofford takes a 3, top of the key. It is up, and they miss it off the back iron. Rebound by the Buccaneers. Yes, the Big East Final is on Fox, so that one's on Fox. The rest of them are on Fox Sports 1, but the Big East Final is on Fox. Usually for the weeknight stuff, I do like the ESPN games. Wofford gets the rebound, floats it up, left elbow. They miss it, but we got foul here. It's going to send Wofford to the line. Not a whole lot of free throws in this game right now. They're going to have 2 with Nathan Hoover. Kato putting out, you giving your Santa wish list early here. Yeah, quite a while until I have Santa back here on the stream. That was all the way back in November and December with Classic Santa on the stream, if you guys were back during that time. 2 shots coming up by Wofford at the line. Do I think that St. Mary's is going to beat BYU? No. I'm going to go with BYU tonight for sure in that game to win that one. First shot good by Hoover. It's a 2-point lead right now by Wofford. The Citadel is already out. So the Citadel is already out of the tournament. Do they ever have a chance? Probably never. Probably never. Stanford versus Cal on Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Vaughn's putting out there. Yeah, if Stanford loses that game, Vaughn, they're not going to be in the tournament. You got to win that game if you're Stanford. Second shot at the line, and it's good by Nathan Hoover. And Wofford leads by 3 right now. By the way, Nathan Hoover, the number 2 free throw shooter, percentage-wise in college basketball, shooting at 93% from the free throw line. Number 3 is Emmanuel Quickly from Kentucky. And number 1, I think, is somebody from Cal State Northridge. I was taking a look at their roster today, and Meta World Peace's son plays on Cal State Northridge. Somehow they're still alive in their bracket right now. I think they play in the Big West. They got a record of like 15 and 17, but they're still alive in their bracket right now for Cal State Northridge. Wofford with the basketball off the turnover, goes inside, puts it up and in off the backboard. That's 2 more. It's a 5-point game right now. Wofford with a lead, trying to pull off 4 straight victories in 4 straight days. Hey, we got gamer Ben Wells here. He changed his name, so he changed it to "Don't You Want Me to Stop Changing the Name," he puts here, with a black profile pic. But welcome into the stream right now. Wofford on a 13-2 run. Buccaneers just ran over a Wofford player into the lane, just out of control, dribbling. It goes back to the Terriers. Wow. Who do I want to win this game? I would go with East Tennessee State for this one. Just so, in case, like, if, any of the teams come to be, like, a mid-major and stuff like that, it could get really close or so. Providence Butler Thursday. Who do I like? I like Providence all the way there in that game. I like Providence to stop Butler in that game. Providence is red hot. If you, didn't catch the box score to that game against DePaul, they absolutely just crushed them. What's the stream tomorrow? I think I'm only doing 1 tomorrow. Usually I do like double headers on Tuesday, but there's nothing really for Tuesday basketball. So 1 stream tomorrow. It's going to be Gonzaga, or actually we don't even know if Gonzaga is going to win. So it's the WCC final. The winner of Gonzaga versus San Francisco takes on the winner of St. Mary's versus BYU, which I hope it's BYU because I'm actually excited to see BYU take on Gonzaga once again. East Tennessee State at large chances. I will go yes to that. I will go yes to East Tennessee State if they can make this a close game. If they can make this a close game and lose a close game by like 2 or 3 or 1 point or so, like single digits there, I would say yes. But if they lose by 21, like Northern Iowa, just don't give it to them. They'll have 5 losses, not 6 like Northern Iowa. I would go there because of the win against LSU. So that's where I like East Tennessee State. They lost by 12 to Kansas, so they were able to hang in with the big boys there of Kansas for quite a bit of time. So I do think that they definitely deserve a bid into the tournament if they lose today, because that win against LSU, and not only did they beat them by like a little bit of like a point or so for their margin, they beat them by 11, so 74-63 the final score. But that right there gives me approval to give a 5-loss team if they do get their 5th loss today into the bracket. Yep, Kentucky back to the 2 seed line now. So they're back to the 2 seed. Who am I live for on Thursday? I have no clue right now, honestly. I have no clue because all these games going on. It's probably Louisville versus the winner of Syracuse, Virginia Tech, UNC, that cluster, and Virginia versus Notre Dame, Boston College. I think I'm going to be doing the 2 ACCs. Yeah, I think so, because those are the ESPN ones. It says ESPN or ESPN2, so it might be that or it might be the Big 12. So it all depends on like what the better matchups are. Which I feel like I've gotten like a whole lot more viewers from the ACC stuff this year than like the Big 12. Except for like the Baylor Kansas. The last time I did Baylor Kansas, it wasn't like that bad of a stream or anything. We got some good numbers there, but that ball is stolen away by East Tennessee State. They got numbers, 3-on-2, going in, floater. Rolls around and goes up and in off the steal. That one is good for 2 by the Buccaneers, so it's a 3-point game. Yep, Dayton to the 1 line right now. San Diego State moved to a number 2. Florida State for Payton to a number 2 as well. 24-21, 7 minutes remain before halftime. Wofford with the basketball at the left wing perimeter. They're going to take a 3. This one goes off the top of the backboard, and it's out of bounds. So missed 3-point shot by Storm Murphy. That's what this Wofford team has done a lot today. Just take a lot of 3-point shots. Florida State's the Clippers of the college basketball. Raptor 2.0 putting out here. Yeah, they got a deep bench. They got a deep bench. They also had Kevin Gelly go to the Clippers last season. 24-21. And I wouldn't be surprised if Doc Rivers picks up one of those players and drafts one of those players, like a Devin Vassell or something like that, or somebody in the draft, Trent Forrest, somebody from Florida State there that he picks up. 3-ball, up in the air, left wing by Wofford, off the side of the rim, goes out of bounds. Ooh, this game is ugly to call right now. A lot of missed threes, a lot of steals. East Tennessee State struggling to protect the basketball. Wofford coming in sneaky from behind in this game, having quite a bit of steals in this one so far. Yeah, just the three-point shot's just not falling right now for Wofford. 2 for 12 from behind the arc. 24-21 the score. 6 minutes remain left to go in the first half. Buccaneers with the basketball. Moves it back over top of the key into the hands of Bo Hodges. Hodges with the ball, moves it out. Left wing perimeter here for ETSU. Back to the top with Boyd. Boyd now with the ball. 5 in the shot clock. Dribbles. Inside right hand. Couldn't get it. It was blocked right there by Wofford as they go the other way for the Terriers. Wofford with it. 5:40 left to go in the first half. Dribbles top of the key into the hands of Hoover. Moves it over left wing to Larson. Back over and outside to inside now. Back in their way here with Goodwin. Goodwin puts it up, gets it up and in off the backboard. They're going to count it or no? No, they're going to go in an offensive foul by Chavez Goodwin in the post. And it goes back to the Buccaneers. So this game's getting really ugly right now. It just pushes off right there on number 15. Yeah, just bumps them, pushes right off. And that's an offensive foul by Goodwin. Yeah, that would be a nice rematch there for Kentucky versus Tennessee. Once again in the SEC tournament. Yup, I get so good numbers when I do Kentucky games. It's at the top. It's at the top compared to all other college basketball teams. Nothing is better than covering Kentucky streams here when we have the numbers just off the chains. Like every single stream, like it's like 900 to like 1,000 viewers. Like no matter what team they play. Like, it's crazy. Like the game against Vanderbilt, they got, like, over 900 for that. 24-23, ETSU just scored right there. Yep, East Tennessee State definitely needs to wake up, Jack. Vaughn put out today, he had a sub in his English class, reading a book on the book. It said, son of a beat, right there for him. He's talking about. There we go. Wofford going inside. They scored with the right baseline, Jay. It's a 3-point game once again. Yep, Vaughn's 18. Hey, welcome in here, Ryan, my man. Thanks so much for stopping by, brother. Vandy's chances of winning the SEC tournament, I would say never. If East Tennessee State loses this one, can they make the tournament here? Miami Canes here all day in the channel right now. I will say yes to that. I will say yes to that because of the win against LSU. The win against LSU is really helpful. They beat them by 11 points as the Buccaneers hit the 3-point shot. It's tied up now at 26. I'm shocked with this game. I thought East Tennessee would go into this game and be up by like 10 to 15 at halftime. 26-26, timeout here on the clock, 4 minutes left to go. But yeah, I will go with a yes there. They'll probably make it to the 12-seeded playing game, most likely, for East Tennessee State if they do get in. But I will have them the last team in right now. I would have them over Northern Iowa because Northern Iowa has 6 losses. ETSU only has 4 right now. If they do lose this will be their 5th. College basketball rankings, Peyton putting out here with the rankings for the AP this week that came out today. Kansas at 1, Gonzaga 2, Dayton 3, Florida State moving up to 4, Baylor going back to 5, San Diego State to 6, Creighton at 7, Kentucky 8, Michigan State 9, Duke 10, Villanova 11, Maryland 12, 13 Oregon, BYU 14, and Louisville rounding out the top 15 right there. Oh, wow, they had the East Tennessee State as a 13 seed. Whoa. Wow, that's kind of low. It's kind of low for them, in my opinion. Ivy League champs, I'm going to go with Harvard for the Ivy League champs. That's going to be a good game, and that's going to be a sleeper to watch out for the tournament, I feel like, that could possibly win like a round or so and upset somebody. So I'm going to go with Harvard this year for the Ivy League. Yale won it last year, but Yale played the championship game at their home court. This year it shifts over from New Haven to Cambridge, so it's played at Harvard's home court, so Harvard host the game this year. They usually take turns hosting it, usually with Yale, Harvard, and then the Palestra with Penn, I think, host the tournament sometimes for the Ivy League. But this year it's at Harvard's home court, so I think the home court's going to come into their favor, and Harvard will win. Illinois, Chicago here. Thanks so much for the update, Miami Canes all day. Yeah, we don't really have much college basketball going on. Not really much going on with the NBA as well today. Let's see here. So Illinois, Chicago taking on Wright State, and that's a shocker. If Wright State loses that game, that's only the semifinal right now for the Horizon. But if Wright State loses that game, they will not be in the tournament because of their strength of schedule is just way too easy. They don't really have many losses either. They got a record of 25-6. Yeah, you can't be handed a 7th loss from the conference you play in and make the tournament, but they're trailing by 12 right now, so that's a shocker. So Wright State might not even make it into the tournament. So you're looking at one team from Dayton making it into the tournament, and that's not the little brother there, Wright State. That's the older brother with Obi Toppin and the Dayton Flyers, who will definitely for sure be making it in, probably in the number 1 seed most likely. So yeah, UIC battling Wright State. Miami Canes is cheering for UIC. Okay, so he's cheering for Illinois Chicago. Awesome, man. So he sees UIC in the next Lenardi bracketology before tomorrow's Horizon League Championship. Yep, assuming if they win. Yeah, I would say so because if they do win this game, they would knock off the number 1 seed in the Horizon. So we're back into this game, 26-26, 3:50 left to go. You have it now at the left wing perimeter. There's Wofford with the basketball. Dribbles top of the key. It's to Trevor Stump. Passes inside, and that's a Wofford turnover. They traveled with it in the lane right there. So it goes back over to the Buccaneers. East Tennessee State's got it. Dribbles at the left wing perimeter. And Hofstra, wow, with the update right there. Thanks so much, Raptor. Hofstra destroying Delaware right now, 61-41. So that's as part as the semifinal game. That 3 ball, they get fouled, and there's going to be 3 coming up at the free throw line by East Tennessee State as they drew the contact. So Isaiah Tisdale will shoot 3. But, yeah, that Hofstra team, the number 1 team in the Colonial. So, first one's good at the free throw line. It's a 1-point game. Awesome, man. I'll take a look at the YouTube pic of Ant later on after the stream, man. I feel like if I go to like somebody's like profile or something like that, I've tried it once. The chat stops for some reason when I hit like somebody's profile. Second shot's good. Third one is up and through. So all 3 free throws made right there at the line by Tisdale. 3:10 left to go in the first half. Oh, what a game, Hawkeye Nation, for sure. That tells you, never quit playing. Resilient there with Kentucky's victory. Just what an incredible comeback. You're never out of it until the final whistle, and that game definitely showed you that you're never out of it. Left corner 3, that one is up and good by Wofford. East Tennessee State responds, takes a 3 ball. It's good from the right wing perimeter. Back and forth, here we go, 32-29 off of back-to-back triples. Hawkeye Nation here putting out URI fans are the greatest fans in the world, according to me. Well, it was a disappointing game that I went to. Man, it was just tight in that arena. It was just really tight in that arena because it's such a disappointing season that they have gone on with the at-large hopes. Now they're going to have to win it all, which is basically like you barely got any chance to do that. Missed 3-point shot by Wofford. Rebound East Tennessee State. They take a 3. It's off the mark. No good. Rebounded. Right back to Wofford here. Wofford with the basketball. Hey, welcome to the channel here. Sports Drama. Thanks so much for stopping by, man. You likes Wofford in this one. Going inside, and they get fouled from behind, so it looks like they're going to have 2 shots coming up here at the free throw line with Chevette's good one. Hey, welcome in, my man. Chicago, please. Thanks so much for stopping by, bud. Yeah, Vegas Vic's putting out here not really, many good games this week. Yeah, there's not too many to choose from, like today, tomorrow, Wednesday. Ooh, Wednesday's pretty bad for college. I'm not even streaming college games on Wednesday. I think I'm doing the NBA because it's Mavericks versus Nuggets, and I remember when I did Mavericks versus Nuggets like a month ago, it was crazy. That game was crazy. We had like over like I think we had like 3,000 people in it. It came down to like the final shot in that game. So I think I'm going to be doing NBA on Wednesday. Yeah, that's the 8 o'clock game on ESPN. Yeah, tough loss to Illinois for Iowa. Tough week this week for Iowa with back-to-back losses. That would be a That'd be a good one for Illinois Iowa rematch, and then we get into later in this week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We get a bunch of load of games on those days. We get games during the day, games during the afternoon. I can't cover any of the day games. Like I know Florida State and Duke are playing early in the day. I think Florida State's playing at like 12 o'clock at like noontime or so on like Thursday. Duke's playing at like 2:30. Can't cover those games even though they're on ESPN because I actually work a full-time job, so I don't take off the conference tournament from work. Unlike March Madness, where I have Thursday and Friday, I took them off from work to cover day games. Alright, so Wofford just missed their free throws. Both of them at the free throw line. Gets rebound by the Buccaneers here. A minute 50 left to go before halftime. East Tennessee State's got it. Top of the key. They hand off the basketball back over to Williamson. Moves it over right wing here to Tisdale. Going inside for the Buccaneers, and they lay it up and in for two. 34-29. Minute and a half left to go here before halftime. Yes, indeed, Vegas Vix, my man. Can't wait for Selection Sunday. If you guys are new to the channel, if anybody's a first-timer here, make sure to hit the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the sub. I call play-by-play basketball. I'm Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Jumper, free throw circle. Wofford hits it right there for the two-point shot, and it's a three-point game. Hey, welcome in, my man. MTG, thanks so much, brother, for stopping by once again. Yeah, a lot of people here like Wofford in this one. MTG going for Wofford as well. He wants them to win the tournament. It'd be cool for them to make the tournament without Fletcher McGee. It would be an incredible story here for Wofford to make the tournament. 4 straight games, and 4 straight games for Wofford. And if they just pull it out like this as the 7th seed in the tournament, this would be crazy. Am I streaming all day on Thursday and Friday next week? Probably going to do a couple streams on Thursday and Friday or so. I'll probably do some with John on Thursday and Friday. But we have to determine the schedule. I know for sure Providence is a lock, so whenever Providence plays, unless it's like the last game of the night or so where we have to get up for the morning or so, I hope it's not that game. Because I know they usually put the teams out west though. Like they'll probably put San Diego State to be like a 10:50 tip-off or something like that. And by the time the game actually starts, it's like more like midnight for like the last game for that Thursday or Friday. Both of the shots good at the free throw line with 50 seconds left to go. Oh, that's awesome. Ant's on spring break during March Madness. That's great, man. Yeah, dude. That's when I was back in college like 3-4 years ago. We always had spring break back during March Madness week. That was a blast. So I'll probably, last year I did 3 games on Thursday and 3 on Friday. That's probably what we're going to do again, most likely, because 4 is just way too many. Usually we take like a break for like dinner and stuff like that in between. So we'll have to see like what the games are and things like that. Priority streaming is probably going to come to teams around my region and stuff like that, because we never catch like Harvard or like Boston University. If they somehow get past Colgate, that would be crazy. I don't expect it to happen. I'm shocked that BU is actually in the title game. Like, I'm shocked. Like, they had a losing record last year too. But Providence, we should definitely be doing a game for Providence, as me and John are huge Providence fans. And then other than that, we have like no clue who we're covering until the TV schedule gets like brought about to us. Alright, so East Tennessee State in the bonus just missed the free throw. Gets rebounded right back by Wofford. So Wofford now with the ball, dribbles past the half-court logo. top of the key with 9 seconds left to go. They move towards the right wing with Williamson. Williamson looking to pass it, swings it back left wing, almost lost it. Wofford with 2, passes right corner, and they overshoot. That's just bad clock management with .3 left to go, and East Tennessee State will just inbound it, and basically that will be halftime. Yep, this is probably my only ever chance to do an East Tennessee State game for sure, Jack. This is my first ever East Tennessee State game, and it's probably going to be a long time if I ever do another one. So interesting here how I was able to get like a different type of team in this type of environment today. Right now we're at halftime, so currently we're just on halftime for this one, 36-31. Do I think San Diego State should be a 1 seed? Yeah, I think they should be a 2 seed as well, Sports Drama. So in my opinion, they should be a 2, which they are for ESPN with Joe Lunardi. And then Dayton is a number 1 seed. Can I stream Dayton for March Madness? It depends on like the TV schedule and everything. So that all depends. It depends on what their matchup is and stuff like that. I expect Dayton to crush their first round opponent. So we're probably gonna call games that's really close, most likely. But if Dayton keeps on being like they should be there in the tournament for a while, like going to like the Sweet 16, Elite 8, Final 4, if they make it into the title game, you bet, man. You bet if Dayton just the further your team goes, the greater the likelihood that I'll stream your team. Delaware on a run here, 63-52 is the score. Thanks so much for the update there, Raptor. As right now we're on halftime of this one. 36-31 at the half. Hofstra up by 11 against Delaware, 63-52. Hey, welcome in, THG, my man. Thanks so much for stopping by. Doing pretty well. Who do I have winning here? Welcome in, Hayden, on the channel once again. ACC tournament. Who do I got winning that? He's got Florida State. They've been on a roll lately. That's a possibility. I'm gonna go Virginia in that one. I'll go Virginia as a dark horse. I like Virginia and FSU to meet up in the final. I do like Florida State though to be like a Final Four team, possibly like Final Four, Elite 8, maybe even a national title. Yet to decide yet for Florida State. They're on a roll, so this week's kind of gonna dictate it for me here to see where to choose for Florida State. But if they do lose against Virginia, I'm not going to write them off. Not going to write them off to be part of like the Final Four, like the Elite 8, and to make a deep run in the tournament. Reason why is because that matchup against Virginia, that's a tough team. That's a tough team, and what Florida State does is force turnovers. That's how they win games. They force steals for Florida State. And they got a deep bench. They can score all over the place. Where like Virginia's smart with the basketball. They don't turn over the ball that much, and they're a tough team to score on. They're a tough team there, so that's a tough matchup, I would feel like. But that game could go just any way possible. Yes, indeed, and so right, man. Florida State, the whole team is good there, not just a couple players. That's what they're just so balanced. That's why I really like Florida State in this tournament. They got such a deep team, and they can do it with all different types of players there. Like they can have like 10 or 11 players score in the same game. I think they had something like 15 or 16 players in their season finale that scored at least 2 points during that game against Boston College. Like, they're just so deep there that they rotate constantly. So that's a thing that's such a positive with Florida State, is that their team's not going to get winded and not going to get like beat up and everything, because a lot of these teams play like only like their 5 starters, like give them like 35 plus minutes per game, whereas Florida State just rotates in and out. That their starting 5 gets like 28 to 30, and then the bench players get like 17 to like 20 and stuff for their minutes. Hey, welcome to the channel, Jetty Reed Minecraft Vlogs and more. Thanks so much for stopping by. I appreciate it here on the channel for finding me. See, I'm going to scroll up the chat. So we got a Terriers fan here. Awesome, man. So he's a Terriers fan. Thanks so much for stopping by. I wasn't sure like how many people we're going to get for this stream, but I call play-by-play for college basketball, NBA March Madness tournament here. Kind of a different type of game today. Never really have called like these two teams that, well, I've never called an East Tennessee game. I did call Wofford once last year when they took on Kentucky in the tournament. Best region for Providence, East region, Albany or Cleveland, and then New York later. Yeah, to put them in the East, that'll be great for Providence to put them right in the Albany region to play first there. To move on to New York, which they would already play in New York anyway, since they play the Big East tournament there. Hey, welcome in here, Clemson Ball Football. Thanks so much, man, for stopping by. He's got some Madden 20 episodes. He does awesome, man. I'll see if I can take a look at that after I wrap up tonight. Hawkeye Nation thinks that's my day job right there. Classic day job. Yeah, Ant putting out Big Ten. That is hard. So wide open. I really do like Sparty as well. Sparty's been on the roll right now. And that team could cause a lot of trouble in the tournament. That team could be good in the tournament. 65-52, Hofstra up by 13 in their game. Hofstra could pull off an upset in the tournament. It depends on who they're matched up with. If they're matched up with Penn State, bet ya they'll pull off that upset. So let's see what we got. Not a whole lot of games today. NBA, one game. There's only 3 today. One game in progress. Hawks hosting the Hornets, 12-12 to score. Vegas Vix's High School. Yeah, I saw that on the news yesterday. So congrats to Vegas Vix's High School. They won the D3 title for the state of Rhode Island. And they got a police escort as well for the D3 title. But congrats to my man Vegas Vix with his high school. Well earned, bud. Illinois, Chicago leading Wright State at halftime, 41-26. So Wright State coming in as the number 1 seed in trouble. I'm gonna send a prayer here that BU can do that against Colgate on Wednesday. Gonna say that prayer there. They've already lost to Colgate twice, but it looks like Colgate's a runaway to win the Patriot. But you honestly don't know. But yeah, my girlfriend graduated Boston University 2 years ago, so that's why I root for BU as well. It would just be funny to see them in the tournament. I would have never imagined that they would make it to the Patriot League final. Like, if somebody asked me that, like, before this season of college basketball started, I would have told you that they probably would have finished dead last in the Patriots, that they would have lost to Holy Cross twice, and that they would get obliterated when it comes into conference tournament time. But it is shocking now that they are in the Patriot League final. Hofstra will send Maryland packing. Ooh, that could be a possibility there, just like a Kansas State last year to UC Irvine. That'd be funny. Maryland's on a slump lately. That could very well happen too. It's just so wide open. Jack's retired from his day job, cleaning the house. He'd rather have mine. He puts out here. I just hope I don't see NC State in the tournament. That's what I just hope. Hope I don't see them in the tournament. They need to be the number 1 seed in the NIT again. Peyton putting out here, everybody telling him Rhode Island, where should he go to for high school? It's whatever your choice is, man. Whatever you have a choice there for high school. I'm not the one choosing it. It's whatever your best interest is, like anything like local for you, depending on the cost of money as well. You have to weigh that factor and everything. Clemson Ball Football is prediction here, 61-59, the score. So he likes East Tennessee State by 2. That'd be cool if this game gets to be like a close one or so. Somebody said that this is only a Duke channel only. Well, I don't know who that was. Hey, let's see here. Behind the Arc fan putting out NBA, MLB. Yeah, I heard about that. Jeez. That was yesterday with no media in the locker room. So, issue statement to limit locker room access amid coronavirus. Yeah. Dude, this is just getting bad. It's like like, the realization could be hitting very soon that these, like, NBA games could be possibly being played with, like, nobody in the gym, or nobody in the arena. So if there's nobody in the arena, it doesn't really bring home court advantage to you. It doesn't bring home court advantage at all. So it's not really, like, you're not going to see the best product out there. Like, if they don't want anybody in the arena, they should just cancel the NBA until the stuff, like, stops for, like, coronavirus. Then it settles, and then we'll get back to playing or so, because I feel like the product is just going to be terrible. It's just going to be a terrible product if they just do play in, like, an empty arena. Like the players aren't going to be pumped up by the fans or anything. It's probably going to be awful. Yup, if NC State makes it to the tournament, then that NC State guy will be here. Oof. Which they're going to get a playing game, probably. It's probably going to be them and Arizona State or something like that in the playing game again for Arizona State. Yeah, NC State doesn't belong in the tournament. Vaughn's putting in here. Gotta beat Duke. You have to beat Duke if NC State wants to be in the tournament. Hey, welcome to the channel here, Jagoff Sports over on Sportscaster. Thanks so much for stopping by right now. So currently we're just at halftime between these two teams. We'll be back in a little bit here. 36-31 at the half. I'll be back later on after this for a doubleheader. We'll see how this goes. So we'll see if we get any new fans here on the channel. Never done Gonzaga until like the last time I did it for the tournament last year. I did them, I think in the Sweet 16. I did Gonzaga. But I just want to see what I get. Like, if there's anybody who I get, or if it's just going to be, like, nobody on the stream or so for that type of game. So it's kind of odd, like, the teams that I'm covering here today. Like, I didn't expect to cover these teams. Like, I never would have imagined that I've ever would cover East Tennessee State. Hey, Gelatin is back here. Yeah, Georgia Tech is not in the ACC tournament. They're not even allowed in March Madness, Vaughn. They got like a year violation or so that they have like a punishment, so they were banned from this year's tournament. Yeah, Vegas Vic's putting out NC State and Gonzaga, the two teams that he is most hated for. You probably didn't hate NC State like about a month ago until he started joining in the broadcast and stuff. And that was just bad. It was in the middle of our Providence stream that we were doing. Like come on, man! In the middle of the Providence stream, like we're all enjoying the game. It was an awesome game. Providence versus Villanova. It comes in at the beginning of the game just to wreck it. Oh, awesome here. Ryan with update here. Hofstra taking on in that one Delaware. Hofstra leads 66-58. So that's the semifinal going on right now for the Colonial. Northeastern taking on Elon later tonight. So that's another team from Boston, Northeastern. They get crushed though against Kansas last year. I forget that Northeastern's even in like Boston. Hey, welcome in here, Marwan. Thanks so much for stopping by, bud. Hello. Hey, welcome in, Jordan. Thanks so much, Jordan, for stopping by as well. That Asian kid put out my favorite player in Kansas. I would go Azubuike there. Azubuike's just absolute beast inside the low post. He's good. I really like Dotson as well. Dotson's a cool player. Yeah, Delaware was down by quite a bit. Ryan putting out down by 20 here. Wow, 20 plus. They've cut it to 8, making it a game. That's good for them. Good to make it a game. Kansas for 25 seed, fake news. Hey, what is up, Micah Biggers? Welcome back in here. So yeah, looks like we're still at halftime. Illinois, Chicago leading Wright State 41-26. Is there any other things going on for college? There's not really anything. San Francisco, Gonzaga. I do plan to do that stream later on tonight. I'm going to create another video, so I'll be back later tonight with San Francisco versus Gonzaga. And then there's St. Mary's versus BYU, which is way, way late at night. I will not be covering that game, but that game's on the schedule for college basketball. Oh, there's other games today. I know, okay, Sunbelt's playing today. So Sunbelt is playing right now. I don't like how they set up their conference tournament with Sunbelt. It's kind of pathetic how they set up their conference tournament. MAC is playing right now. It's a lot of just first round games, like bottom feeder teams and stuff like that, like Toledo against Western Michigan. Toledo up by 7 at halftime. Ohio taking on Central Michigan. Yeah, it's a lot of like bottom feeder type of teams in these MAC and Sunbelt games right now today. So these are more like quarterfinal games, I guess. Yeah, Hofstra's up by 8 right now against Delaware. Delaware took on Villanova back in December, I think. Yeah, it was back in December. They took on Villanova, and it was a close game, but Villanova was able to win. What time's the Gonzaga game on? It's on at 9 o'clock. So 9 o'clock for the Gonzaga game. Oh, or 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Central Time, if you're Central Time. I'm Eastern Time, so it's 9 o'clock Eastern Time, 8 Central, 7 Mountain, 6 Pacific. Yup, NC State beat Duke and then got smacked around by Duke last week. And look who's back. Hey, welcoming Landon here. Thanks so much for stopping by. Yeah, that'd be pretty funny if Gonzaga gets the L. Oh, Landon's gonna go for San Francisco in that game. Wow. Yeah, I don't picture it. I don't picture it, but it's March. Anything could very well happen. You honestly don't know. That would be awesome if San Francisco could win. Alright, so now we're going to go to half number 2 on the stream right now. So Wofford will get the basketball. They go from left to right in the court. East Tennessee State goes right to left. Wofford. Now with the ball, they get the inbound here as we start the second half. They move it to the right wing perimeter. Nathan Hoover has it. 5-point game. And Hofstra is up by 10 against Delaware. Moves it to left wing 3. Up in the air. Hits the front rim. No good. Rebound back to East Tennessee State. Trey Boyd with the basketball off the rebound. Dribbles past the half-court logo here in the Southern Conference title game. This thing just froze up. There we go. As East Tennessee State goes inside, there's a foul called on the court by Wofford. It's going to stop the clock. Hey, welcome to the channel here, Mike. Thanks so much for stopping by. Yeah, man, I'll update you on that right now. Welcome to the channel, though. Nathan Hoover tonight, he's got 4 points so far for Wofford in this game. So Hoover's 1 for 4 from the floor, 4 points. He's got leading scorer for Wofford. He's got 8 points. As that's a tie right now. Storm Murphy. And then we got Goodwin for the Wofford Terriers for Chavez Goodwin. He's got 8 as well. East Tennessee going inside off the inbound. They put it up and in by 2 right there for the basket. As that one will count for Lucas and Wiesen right there for 2. 7-point game at the moment. Welcome to the channel. If you guys are a first timer here, make sure to hit the thumbs up, hit the like. I call play-by-play basketball. First ever time calling these 2 games tonight. Wofford going inside. They put up and then swing it back outside. They're going to take a 3. That one's up and good from behind the arc. So Nathan Hoover gets it going from behind the 3-point arc with a triple right there. Cuts to the 4. 18:40 left to go right now. Buccaneers with it. Jumper in the key. They float it up. They get the shot, but it's going to be a foul right there in the key offensive by East Tennessee State. Off the push-off. It's going to go right back over to Wofford. $38-34. 18.5 left to go. Hofstra up by 10. So Ryan's got that update right now. So Hofstra up against Delaware. Not really much going on for college basketball today. Left corner 3 up in the air. No good. Hit the front rim on the missed 3 from behind the arc by Wofford. And it gets rebounded back over to the Buccaneers. ETSU has it. Right wing perimeter. Moves it back to the left wing. Into the hands of Tisdale. Tisdale now dribbles. Left wing perimeter. Swings it back out to the top here with Boyd. Trey Boyd has it. He's guarded by Hoover. Moves it back over to the top of the key to Williamson. Williamson now with the ball, passes over left wing, 3 in the air, off the back iron, no good, tipped around to get the offensive rebound back over to Tisdale. Moves it back over to the right wing, 3 in the air, ETSU missed it, and it gets rebounded this time by, Wofford had it for a second, passed it, got stolen right back by ETSU. Buccaneers move it around the perimeter once again. ETSU takes a step back 3 up in the air, they miss another one. Rebound back over to Wofford. Wofford with the basketball, tried to take it past half court, and a collision at mid-court right there. It's going to be, East Tennessee that picks up the foul. It seems to be number 25 for the Buccaneers. Picking it up as that was Nguison again who picked up the foul. So it looks like NC State, in order to be in the tournament, NC State's going to have to get past Duke, man, to be in the tournament. You guys are going to have to redeem yourself and get a W against Duke if you want to be in the tournament. 38-34, Wofford with the basketball, dribbles past half court. Storm Murphy has it top of the key. Moves it over now. They take a 3. Hit the front rim, no good. Battle for the rebound, diving out for it. And the Buccaneers last touched it out of bounds. So it goes back over to Wofford. 17:25 in the clock right now. And we're going to have an inbound coming up by Wofford here. So Wofford will inbound. They're going to pass it left baseline. Low post. Dribbles underneath. That one, they missed a shot. They get the offensive board, though, with Ryan Larson. Puts it back inside. Floater. Into the key, off the mark by Goodwin, and he pushed off anyway, so it's going to be an offensive. Offensive foul by Wofford. Goes back to ETSU. So yeah, I've never done these two, I've never done East Tennessee before. I've never done these two teams in general this season. But I call play-by-play, by the way, for college basketball, NBA, March Madness tournament. So big thank you, everybody who's joined me in for today's stream. Feel free to let me know if you're a East Tennessee fan or a Wofford fan down here in the chat. If we have anybody new on the channel, feel free to let me know. Off the backdoor cut, Buccaneers pass the basketball inside. They slam it down with a two-handed jam right there at the left baseline. Bo Hodges with 6 points, 3 for 5 from the floor by the Buccaneers. Wofford with the basketball. Dribbles now right elbow, and Murphy passes it into the key. Nice feed, and they jam it down. Goodwin with a slam. Back-to-back buckets with slam jams by these two teams. Back and forth, 40-36. 16.5 left to go. They move it over left wing perimeter. Let's be respectful here on the channel. Man with the right white profile picture, man. Be respectful here on the channel to other people. Can't be doing that, man. Hofstra up by 13. Hey, there's Wells. Welcome in here, Wells. Thanks so much for stopping by here. Inbound coming up. As East Tennessee State now has it around the perimeter. Trey Boyd with the ball, lost control of it. Wofford gets the basketball right back. I'm kind of worried. I'm glad to see East Tennessee State play today. I'm really glad to see them play today because I was thinking about picking them in my bracket, but now it's all depending on the matchup for them. There's a lot of turnovers. A lot of turnovers in this game. I know if they get put up with a Pac-12 team, Pac-12, they have a lot of turnovers, but it's going to come down to clean basketball. Wofford just missed a shot. They get the offensive rebound, puts it up, and it's in off the backboard for 2 by the Terriers, puts it to a 2-point game. 40-38 right now. This is a good one. East Tennessee with it. 15:40 left to go. Buccaneers at the top of the key. Dribble with Tisdale with the basketball now for the Buccaneers. The left wing. Moves it over to the right wing perimeter now for East Tennessee. Back to the top with Tisdale. Tisdale moves it over to the left wing into the hands of Hodges. Hodges feeds it down low now to Rodriguez. Back in his way. Low post. Floats it up, and they're going to count it? Yep, they count it right there, so the bucket does count. He just bulldozed right over a Wofford player. Wofford didn't get the foul call that they wanted for the offensive, and they'll get the basketball back. 4-point game. And Hofstra's get the W, so big win for Hofstra. They move on to the Colonial title game. They'll take on the winner of Northeastern. In that game, let's see here who we have for the Colonial. Northeastern versus Elon. I don't think Elon has ever made it to the tournament before. So I don't think Elon has ever made it to the tournament before, but they take on Northeastern tonight here. So we got a TV timeout on the clock. Northeastern is a 9-point favorite. So let's be respectful here. I'm on the channel for this one. So right now we're on the TV timeouts. Cool, so Gamer Ben, his name as well is awesome, man. So he's got a different name as well. Jordan put in here, Wofford could win this one. Yeah, this would be crazy if Wofford wins. It's a 7 seed. That'd be insane, man. Wofford, if they could win this one, Jordan put it out. But he is probably thinking East Tennessee State's going to win this one. Yeah, if I had to bet on this game, I would have definitely picked East Tennessee State to win this one. And I thought they were much better than what they're looking to appear to be right now. They're taking like a lot of 3-point shots. Taking a lot of 3-point shots, a lot of misses as well from behind the arc. Wofford is 4 for 18. They take a bunch of 3-point shots for Wofford. They're like top 30 in the nation. For East Tennessee State, they're 6 for 13 from behind the arc, so they're shooting the ball much more efficient with the triples from behind the arc. Isaiah Tisdale leading the team in scoring 16 points for the Buccaneers right now. In this one, this is closer than I thought because the turnovers. East Tennessee State with 11 turnovers right now. Yeah, don't be toxic, anybody here on the channel. Be respectful to other people. So rule number 1, be respectful to other people, and no bullying or anything here on the channel. We're gonna have to ask you to leave, and you're gonna get hidden on the channel if that does keep up here. What seed will the UNC Tar Heels be in the big dance? Oof. Never. They won't even make it to the NIT. That is a big no. Not this year. Big oof for UNC this year. Unless they run the table as a 14 seed in the ACC somehow. (42-38) now the score. It's just we can all give our opinions about different types of teams and stuff like that, like what I do on the channel, like opinions about all different types of teams and everything, but it just crosses the line too far if people just make fun of other people. Just that is unfortunate. And that is uncalled for. So, going to the free throw line, Buccaneers here. First shot's up. First shot's good. It's a 5-point game. Yeah, Ryan, for sure, man. Today, it was just like summer, bud. 65 degrees. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I think it was 70 where we were today. I was inside all day at work, but when I was driving home, it was like 53 degrees outside when I was driving home. And then I got back to my house, it was like 62. So, yeah, I work like right on the coast. So my house is a little bit more inland. My work is like right on the coast, basically. Second shot's going down at the free throw line. It's 44-38. Wofford with the basketball. They dribble drive inside. They get fouled, and they're going to go to the line shoot too. Who do I think will win the ACC tournament? Payton spun in here. I think it's going to be Virginia if I had to pick a dark horse. So I'll go with Virginia. Stanford won't make the tournament. Vaughn's putting out there. That's another team. They're borderline. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say Stanford is the first team out. They'll be the first team in the NIT, I believe, for Stanford. They just can't have any more bad losses. You can't lose against Oregon State and make the tournament. Wofford misses the free throws to the line. It gets rebounded by the Buccaneers. They lose control of it at half court. Here goes Wofford. Right back with the basketball now. Dribbles out to the right wing perimeter for the Terriers. Passes over right corner 3. They take it in. We have a foul on the 3, but it's going to be offensive by Wofford. They didn't like it. They did not like it. Wide open for a right corner 3. Hey, welcome in, Bill's Mafia Rob here. Thanks so much, bud, for stopping by. Yep, Bill's making moves here before free agency. What a move to get Josh Norman in town for Buffalo, man. North Carolina seed is 7,568. 80 to 85 degrees in the summer. Yep. Yeah, that's basically where I live too. They're taking a look at the monitor right now to take a look at this at the moment. See what's going on as far as there was a collision at half court to see if there was like any technical foul or anything. So a lot of players collided right there. There's Wofford who had the ball, lost control of it. Looked like it was kicked before the ball slid on, and they were both fighting over a Wofford East Tennessee player at center court, and then whole scrum right after the basketball. Wofford had it. And then there was a foul right before they passed it out for an open three-point shot. So you're taking a look at this right now. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the sub here as I call play-by-play of basketball and Behind the Arc basketball on YouTube. So we got about 14 minutes remaining here right now. Buccaneers will get the ball back on the inbounds. We pass it back out to the top. Yeah, what a move right there. What a move to sign Josh Norman, indeed, man. ETSU jumper. They put up the mid-range. No good. Rebound back to Wofford here. 6-point game with 13:40 remaining right now. They have it at the top of the key for Wofford. Dribbles to the left wing perimeter. Terriers have it into the hands of Ryan Larson. Passes back out to the top here for Wofford. Into the hands of Bigelow. Bigelow with the basketball. Passes back over to Murphy. Murphy here with the ball. Right wing perimeter for Storm Murphy. Murphy now dribbles. Right baseline. Flings it back out to the left corner. 3. In the air. They take it, and that's going to be an offensive foul. Gonna be offense or defense here they're going to take a look at. Might have been defense, actually. They're going to take a look at it right now. 13:19 left to go on the clock. Get the check-off players right now for the Buccaneers as well. Bo Hodges coming out of the game for the Buccaneers. So it's going to be a defensive foul, actually. Wofford was close. They were close to running over a Buccaneer player right in the lane. Yep, Hawkeye Nation put out here working up a sweat calling the game tonight here in this one. Didn't expect it to be this intense for this type of game. Didn't expect to have like 20 people in the chat as well, so this is awesome here, guys. Wofford has the basketball down by 6. They lose control of it in the key. Buccaneers get it right back. ETSU with the ball, 13 minutes left to go. They have it at the around the perimeter. Back to the top, moves it over left wing. Boyd passes it inside, low post in the hook, and they get it. ETSU with a jumper puts it at 8. Yup, ETSU slowly pulling away in this one right now, so it's an 8-point game. I like Wofford's fight in this game, though. I really do. My life's been doing really well, Peyton. Thanks so much, bud, for stopping by here. But yeah, life's been going pretty well. Oh, that's awesome. Wells got an autograph from Denny Crum 2 days ago. That's cool, man. Yeah, Vaughn, I'm not sold on Stanford. I think they're going to be the #1 seed in the NIT. I feel like there's a lot of those teams that's uncomfortable right now. Like, trying to see. Xavier, Indiana, Stanford, definitely uncomfortable. Because I feel like there's going to be more bid stealers coming up for, like, the tournament. Like, we're not done yet. When am I marrying my girlfriend? No time soon here. Gotta afford to do that here. Gotta make the money and afford for her to do that. We both work full-time jobs, so we only see each other once a week, and she lives actually an hour away from me. That's a jumper. It goes down by Wofford right there from the left baseline. 6-point game. Trey Hollowell hits the jumper right there for the Terriers. Buccaneers with the basketball. They got it now at the top of the key. Moves it over right wing perimeter. We got a lot of threes today, but not a whole lot of them have been falling. East Tennessee State still dribbles around the perimeter. Swings it back out to the top. They move it out right wing. Clears some space. Takes a three. It is up. It is good. Knocks it down with a triple from behind the arc. They've been able to clear a lot of space tonight and hit these open J's for the Buccaneers in this game. 49-40, 11.5 left to go. Wofford now with the ball. Burst of speed. Inside. Leads with the right hand. Too high off the glass. They try to save it. But it's last touched out of bounds. They'll stop the clock with 11:23. Landon putting out Friday. He's at school, so he may miss 1 p.m. Kentucky game. Sorry to hear that, bud. I won't be streaming that game because I'm at work. And I don't even think they're putting Kentucky on ESPN. Like, they don't put the SEC games on ESPN, I think. I think they put them, like, the SEC network. So I don't even get that channel. The only thing I might do is the SEC tournament final. That's on Sunday, but I don't know my schedule. I don't know my schedule yet for Sunday, because if Rhode Island makes it, if somehow Rhode Island makes it to the A10 tournament final, I'm going to cover the URI game, which A10 and SEC are at the same time on Sunday. So it all depends on what the Sunday game schedule is. Yeah, I hear you, Rob. That's great that Buffalo is able to pick the pieces here in the offseason. Like, it's amazing what they have become here, from like last season to like what they did this season to the off season, which right now they're taking advantage of it for sure right now in the off season. Yep, Dayton plays on Friday. URI plays the last game on Friday. I think the winner of Duquesne versus, I think it's LaSalle and Fordham or something like that. Yep, Ant putting out like every game. Yep, every game basically that Kentucky plays is on CBS, on some type of network. Jack's glad my life is going good. And he lives in a house with 5 women. Lucky for Jack there. Is there a way to watch NBC? Yeah, NBC doesn't put on any college basketball. Oh, NBCSN. I don't know. I actually never checked out to see if there's like a way to stream NBCSN for free. I don't know if there's the NBC. There's something called the NBC Sports app. I don't know if you need like a sign-in though to do like a TV sign-in provider to get it, because I've never actually checked out NBCSN because they barely put on any games. They only put on like a couple like A10 games a year. That's interesting, because they might have it on like 123 TV. They did for Fox Sports 1 the other night, because I was able to catch the end of DePaul Providence. They put it on a 123 TV. 49-40 the score. We're back to action now. Wofford going to inbound in their front court. Should Vaughn make a Thailand flag for tomorrow? I don't think you need to do that, Vaughn. Wofford now with the ball. They got it left corner perimeter. Dribbling inside, low post now, Storm Murphy. Shot fake, puts up the jumper, it's up, too strong off the backboard, tipped around and rebounded. Oh, ripped away with a rebound right there by the Buccaneers. They get it with 21, Joe Hugley. East Tennessee State now with the basketball, dribbles past half court. They have it at the top of the key with Davian Williamson right now. Williamson moves it back to the top to Good. Good moves it over right wing perimeter here to Boyd. Boyd with the basketball. Passes over. They get with their big man. They take a 3 and they got it. from behind the arc, and the Buccaneers got the largest lead tonight. The threes are coming. They're falling right now with 10:35 remaining. Oh, that's great, Wells. That's awesome, man. You got an autograph from Jordan Wara earlier in the year. Just thinking about selling it there, man. That's awesome, man. 3-point shot off the mark, no good. By Wofford, rebound back to the Buccaneers. It's probably better to sell that. Probably like wait a while to sell it, or so, because if he becomes like a star, like into like the NBA, if he's like gets really good and stuff for Jordan Wara, and that could be like worth like quite a bit of money someday. Yeah, Landon putting out Hagan should be back better than ever. He puts out here. That's going to make them go have a deep run into the tournament. If he does come back better than ever. Alright, 52-40 right now. 10 minutes left remaining in this one. That would be funny. Ant putting out kind of wants Gonzaga and BYU to lose. That would be funny to have San Francisco versus St. Mary's in the final. Jumper on the key. Goes down for 2 right there by Wofford. 10-point game. 52-42. Mosiah Jones. He's got 8 points tonight for the Terriers. East Tennessee State now with the basketball. Back in the very low post. Puts up the jumper. And it's going to be contacted. A foul here. Stops the clock with 9:43. So currently we're just on break. If you guys are new to the channel, first timer here as I call play-by-play on the channel, feel free to hit that thumbs up. Hit the like, hit the sub here. Should be back in a little bit. Hey, welcome to the channel, Isaac Hobdy. Thanks so much for stopping by, man. First time streaming these two teams this season. Usually I never call this type of game with these two teams. But right now we're just on a stoppage in time. We'll get right back here. 52-42. 9:43 left to go. Oh, that's awesome, Wells. So yesterday I gave away Louisville gift cards. Buy stuff in, you got a Louisville hat. Awesome, man. Nice for you. Free throws coming up at the line. Buccaneers at the free throw line. First shot's up. First shot's good. Yep, everybody's sleeping on St. Louis. They got to win the A10, man. Got to win the A10 if they want to be part of the tournament. They just got to get past Dayton. They have the semifinal right in store with them. They played 2 close games against the Flyers. I'm interested to see what type of game that will be when they take on each other for the 3rd time. Second shot good at the free throw line. 12-point game right now. Wofford with the ball, dribbles past the half-court logo. Now they make their move right wing perimeter. That would be Ryan Larson. Passes inside. They take the jumper, tipped up in the air. So they miss it off the backboard and it goes out of bounds. Buccaneers will get it back. NFL players won't be allowed to change their CBA votes. So despite many requesting to do so, not fake news there. He puts out. Ooh. What's your locked in? Your locked in looks like for the NFL. 8 3-point shots made by the Buccaneers in this game. East Tennessee State now with the basketball. Moves it over to the free throw circle. Clears some space. Shot fake. Lost control of the basketball, though, in the key. They've had a lot of trouble dribbling the ball, and Wofford tried to steal it away, but we got a tie-up between 2 players, and it's going to be a tie-up. Goes back to the Buccaneers here with the basketball. Ooh, what's my favorite restaurant? Vegas Vic's putting out. I like Mexican food, man. There's a restaurant called Frontera, Mexican restaurant called Frontera. Definitely would recommend it sometime. But that's a pretty good restaurant. Frontera Grill, it's called. But yeah, I like any type of Mexican food. Moe's Southwest Grill. Moe's is the bomb. Cadoba. I used to go to Cadoba all the time when I was in college. We had like a Cadoba down the road, so that stuff was always cool. Off the inbound. Wofford takes the jumper. They hit it right. Or East Tennessee State takes the jumper. They hit it right there from the right baseline. 14-point game. Trey Boyd. He scores once again. 14-point game. Now 8:50 remaining. Wofford going inside, and they just missed it on the bounce pass. They turn it over, back over to the Buccaneers. Yep, Kentucky, the number 2 seed right now, Landon, in the Midwest. Putting out, that would be a tough region. I was looking at some of some of the bracket like predictions and everything, like I was, some of the teams have like such a weak team in their region. Like, there's all weak teams, I think, in one of the regions, I think, with San Diego State, there's a lot of weak teams in there. Like, I have no clue who could escape that. Like, there could be a 6 seed that goes in that region to, like, the Elite 8. Rob Punnell, looking back, 2018 here, good for the Buffalo Bills, but it was bad because they had low contracts, young guys, draft capital. After that season, they were very good. What happened there? It was a stopgap year. If we get a good year next year, he is very giddy right there for Buffalo. It's a 14-point game. North Dakota State taking on Oral Roberts. Thanks so much for the update, man. 54-50. The score right now. That's a 3 top of the key. It's up. No good. Hit the side rim. Tipped around and rebounded back over to Wofford. Jack Funnell could live off Taco Bell. Good old Taco Bell. I haven't had it in a while, though. Wofford with the ball, lobs it over the top, back in their way, low post now. Into the hands of Goodwin. Goodwin puts it up, and that one's good for 2. In the paint, puts it back to 12. I've been dating my girlfriend for about 4 years. So, just over 4 years we've been dating. She's actually not a URI or Providence fan. She's a fan of Boston University. So that's where she went to college at BU. That 3 from the corner, no good, off the mark. A rebound back over to Wofford. That would be funny, though. That would be so funny if BU beats Colgate on Wednesday. Not expecting it to happen, but that would be so funny. Because I would love to stream a BU game if we get that in the tournament. Because I was telling one of my friends the other day, if BU takes on Baylor, that could be a good fight, actually. Because BU's actually got a good defense. And they got a couple really good impact players in their team as far as their league standards or so. 12-point game right now. Don't expect them to win at all. Don't expect them to beat Colgate, but you never know. It's March. Anything could happen. Didn't expect them to be in the Patriot League Finals. Bounce pass. Wofford now with the basketball. Left baseline. Shot fake. They're going to go inside with 6:55 left to go. Jumper. They got it. And the key for 2 more by the Terriers puts it to 10. That shot goes home by Chavez Goodwin. Illinois, Chicago, man. Thanks so much for the update, Chicago plays. Whoa. Leading Wright State 60 to 37 right now. Wow. That's a shocker. Hofstra already won today. That's a shocker there. Wright State's the number 1 seed in the conference. They've been playing solid basketball all year. Just a testament, basically, that you can play solid basketball for the entire season. Then during one 2-hour game in March, you just don't bring it on. You don't get enough sleep. You get a dud. And then from there, it's on. You get a dud and you get sent to the NIT because of that. And that's what happened to Wright State, just like Northern Iowa. Alright, so right now we're just on break here. Currently, we're just on break in this game. Hawkeye Nation putting out a better marry my girlfriend here. 4 years. Yep, so we've been together for 4 years. We're both trying to work to save money so we can afford to save up here for someday. Alright, so in this game right now, we got about 6 minutes and a half, or 6.5 left to go. When's Wofford going to make their comeback? That'd be insane if they could make a comeback in this one. East Tennessee's defense, though, was really good. A pretty good defense, limiting Wofford in this one. I'm concerned about the turnovers. If this team wants to make a run at the tournament, they can't turn over the basketball like 11 times in the game. A lot of those turnovers early on. Leading the way, though, is Chavez Goodwin, 14 points tonight for Wofford. Nathan Hoover's got 7. 8 points by Storm Murphy in this game for the Terriers. For the Buccaneers, leading scorer tonight is Isaiah Tisdale. He's leading the way with 19 in this one. And then 8 points off the bench by Hugley. So yeah, looks like Wright State a complete dud tonight. All this season, they look like to be the number 1 team in the in the conference, to win the conference in the Horizon, and Wright State just did not show up tonight. in the final 9 minutes. They're getting hammered right now against Illinois Chicago, 62-37. So talk about upsets. UIC with a record of 17-16, winning that game. So that opens up the door for Northern Kentucky. Northern Kentucky is the number 2 seed in the conference. Hofstra with a win today against Delaware. So Hofstra will take on the winner of Elon versus Northeastern in the title game. Elon has never been a part of March Madness before. Alright, we're going to get back to action in this game in just a couple moments. I'll be back later tonight, so feel free to stop on by, everybody. Not sure what we're going to get for numbers for the next stream, but we'll be back. I've actually never seen Gonzaga play before, because they've always played on, like, late games this year. This time they play, like, 2 hours earlier than what I usually see them scheduled out to be. So they're on the 9 o'clock game tonight. Gonzaga versus San Francisco right after this one finishes off. I'll probably take like a 10 to 15 minute break, join it in progress, like I usually do for my double headers. So we're going to get right back in here, just a moment. Hey, welcome to the channel, Rum Boys, right here. My man Eric, thanks so much, bud, for stopping by. Almost got a March Madness tournament here right around the corner. Championship week right now. Going to crown the Southern Conference Championship winner here in the final 6 minutes and 11 seconds. First shot at the free throw line, Wofford hits it. It's a 9-point game. 56-47. Yep, definitely, Jason. If you guys run into those mean people in life, just ignore them. Just ignore them. Both shots good at the free throw line. East Tennessee State just scored inside after that. So we adjust the scoreboards. 59-48 the score. 6 minutes remaining right now. Buccaneers by 11. East Tennessee with the basketball. Bounce pass. Low post. They put it up. And it's in off the backdoor cut. 2 more by the Buccaneers. 61-48. 13-point game now with 5:45 remaining. Wofford now with the basketball. Largest deficit tonight. Moves it over around the perimeter to Larson. Larson dribbles right baseline. Lost control of the ball. Goes out of bounds. And it's going to be tapped out of bounds, actually, by East Tennessee. So it's going to go right back over to Wofford here. So Wofford will get the inbounds. Yes, I'm going to start another stream next, So I'll start another video next. So San Francisco versus Gonzaga, it will be on another video. There was contact as well by the Buccaneers, so bonus shots coming up at the free throw line by Wofford. First shot's up, first shot's good. 61-49 right now. That would be an insane national championship right there. Kentucky versus Louisville, Wells. That would be insane for a national title game. Second shot. No good, rattled out, rebounded. Right back by the Buccaneers in a 12-point game. Wells likes Seton Hall there as a dark horse to win it all. It's going to be interesting to see if Seton Hall actually shows up for the first game. They have it now right wing perimeter. Buccaneers pass it back to the top of the key here into the hands of Stumps. Into the hands of Tisdale. Tisdale with the ball now, dribbling. Moves it over to the right wing. They're going to take a 3 here by East Tennessee. It's off the mark. Tipped up. They get their own rebound, though. Into the hands of Rodriguez. Swings it back out to the right wing perimeter. Boyd with the basketball. Yeah, how about Liberty? Liberty wins their conference. They got a solid record. They could be a bracket buster, man. They could be a bracket buster. They do play in a really just small conference, though. That's the only thing with Liberty. 12-point game. Wofford with the basketball. Free throw circle. Takes the float shot. That one. Air ball, no good. Great defense by the Buccaneers. They're going to slow it down. Rip to Eric's bracketology, man. He has to catch up on 2 weeks of bracketology. Just bracket busters all over the place, man. Going inside, floats it up, back iron, no good by East Tennessee, but they got fouled. He's going to stop the clock with 4:25. Hey, welcome in, Mullet Man. Thanks so much for stopping by. I appreciate it, bud. It'll be amazing if Gonzaga loses that one Peyton puts out here. That'd be quite hilarious for that type of game. Liberty, but Liberty. Free throws coming up in the line by the Buccaneers. First one's up. First one is good. It's up to 13 once again. 62-49 in the title game. Hey, welcome in here. Bradley here, my man. Thanks so much for stopping by. Shot number 2 coming up at the line. If you guys are a first timer here on the channel, make sure to hit the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the sub here as I call play-by-play. College basketball, March Madness tournament, NBA here. Big thank you all for actually coming on the stream here. We got over 20 people, which I'm actually shocked about that we got in this type of game today. I was just trying to see who in the world we would get in this type of game today. Wasn't expecting much, but we actually got people on the stream, which I'm shocked about. East Tennessee just stole it right back as Wofford coughed it up in the key. Back to the Buccaneers with 4 minutes left to go. They move it over to the right wing perimeter now for ETSU. Now they dribble right baseline. Spin move inside the low post. Floats it up. They got 2. Ryan Larson goes to the hole right there and puts it home. 64-49. Largest lead up by 15 now for ETSU. Wofford with the basketball at the right wing perimeter. Storm Murphy looking to pass it. Does to the right corner into the hands of Hoover. Hoover back out towards the top. They're going to take a deep 3. Parking lot. They got it. 25-footer from behind the arc right there. Trey Hollowell puts it down and gives this team some signs of life right now. 12-point game. 64-52. 3.5 left to go, and the Terriers take a timeout. So let's see Wells' Final Four. Florida State, Louisville, Gonzaga, and Seton Hall he's got for his Final Four. Peyton, he puts out, he is eating pork chops for dinner. How about me? What am I eating? I'm not eating anything right now. I'm going to have a snack after this game is finished up. Yep, Selection Sunday. Just needs to be here, man. We're almost there, everybody. Selection Sunday, we're almost there. Ryan's Final Four. Dayton, Kansas, Florida State, and Michigan State. That could very well happen there. Could very well happen. That's a good Final Four. Michigan State, especially Michigan State, they keep on getting better and better and better. Let's see here. Eric Bonelli likes East Tennessee State for this one. Yeah, Wofford, unfortunately, couldn't. Wofford wasn't able to beat Kentucky last year in the tournament for that one. Fletcher McGee, he went 0 for 12 from behind the arc during that game. If he had been able to hit some 3-point shots, it would have been different. But Fletcher McGee tossed up bricks in that game. Unlike the game against Seton Hall where they just ran away with it. That was a good game, though. That was a Thursday night prime time with Iron Eagle on the call with Bill Rafferty. And that was a great game. Wofford got national time slot on CBS last year as a 7 seed. 7 seed in the tournament to take on Seton Hall as a 10. Yeah, and I have no clue, man. Gotta see what these matchups are like, cause what if like some of these teams that we have for like the Final Four end up being like in like the Sweet 16? Like that could very well happen. Like some of these teams they have. Michigan State will make it to the Elite 8. Vegas Fix liking that. Like what happens if Michigan State takes on Florida State? Like what happens if that's a 3 or 2 seed? That's gonna be such a tough call there. Because I like both of those teams. Could go either way. I really do like both of those teams. Cassius Winston is balling out lately. Like what I just don't hope that happens is that they just have a dud in the first round like they did against Bradley and barely beat them. That's the only thing there. Hey, welcome in. Chris S., my man. Thanks so much for stopping by. I appreciate it, bud. Peyton here thinks that Michigan State might win the tournament. That could very well be possible. Their best basketball they're playing is right now. It's where their best basketball is. And Rocket Watts is one of the reasons why. But also Cassius Winston just going off. Cassius Winston going off. Shooting and passing has been the reason why right now. And I've yet to determine the champion. I've been going between like 5 different teams lately to be a champion. Like I've got 5 in my mind, and I have no clue. Okay, so 12-point game, 3:20 left to go. East Tennessee with the basketball left wing perimeter. Michigan State, Florida State. That would be a good game. Yes, that could possibly be a 3 versus 2. Unless if Michigan State does win the Big Ten Depends on what happens right in front of them. They could possibly move up to a 2 if any teams do slip up in front of them. But I probably see them as a 3, though. ETSU goes inside. They bank it up in and off the backboard. That one's good. 14-point game right now. And Wofford just lost control of the basketball in the key. Stolen right back to ETSU. Yep, rip to Cassius Winston's brother. That's so sad. Imagine Providence making the Final Four. That would be crazy. Yeah, bad memories, man. Did not expect that at all when they lost to MTSU. That was a 15-2 matchup. Last year was a 15-2 Bradley. Going inside, he just ran over a Wofford defender right there in the lane. That was Trevor Stump that just got ran over right there in the lane. It's going to be Wofford basketball with 2:27 remaining. Should sing one shining moment when March Madness is over for you guys. Like, one shining moment usually comes on at midnight. I remember last year that game was so long. I don't know why in the world they put the March Madness game at 9:20 at night. Like for the people on the East Coast, it's on a Monday night for the title game. It starts off tip-off times like at 9:20 Eastern time. I mean, I get if you're on West Coast time or Mountain time or Central. Central's at 8:20, but 9:20 for the East Coast people, especially when it's like an East Coast team or so that makes it into the tournament, like Virginia did last year, like Villanova did in 16 and 18. That's the thing that I have the problem with the national title game, is that they have the tip-off time at 9:20 at night. Like, they have it so late. Juventus hosted Lyon on March 17th for, they're going to host on March 17th for soccer. I'd be shocked if they actually have fans doing that for that game there. The name of the awesome three-point shooter, Fletcher McGee. So Fletcher McGee was the one from last year. He set the all-time college basketball record. I think he had like 509 made three-point shots last year for Fletcher McGee. Ooh, Elon is trailing Northeastern 20-13. Ooh. Elon has never made a tournament before. So that game started. So Northeastern, imagine Northeastern making the tournament as like a 6 seed. That's crazy. Illinois Chicago leading Wright State 67-47 right now. So yeah, Wright State's going to be in the NIT. So that's an NIT bid for them. Wells lives next to Louisville. Yep, most of the March Madness games. That's unfortunate, man. Yeah, they're on during school. The first 2 games, man. They usually have a game at like 12:15 on CBS, and then another game at like 2:40 or something on CBS. Oh, so I can just call you Ben? Okay, so I'll call you Ben then. Yep, Ant's gonna go out outside, scream Big Blue if Kentucky does win the title game. Imagine me having 1 million people view on the stream all at once. That'd be crazy. That'd be insane here. As we get back to action, left corner 3 up in the air. Wofford missed it. They get the offensive rebound there. They're going to dribble back to the left corner. Take another 3, and they miss it as well. Rebounded offensively back to Wofford. They put it up another time. Up and in off the backboard this time. So it counts. It's a 12-point game, 2 minutes remaining. 66-64 now, or 66-54 now the score. Buccaneers will dribble back outside with a 12-point lead. Oh, wow. Eric gets an entire month of no school and work. Wow. Jeez, man. Stay safe to your school as well. Because that probably doesn't sound good why you get an entire month off. That doesn't sound good. That really doesn't. That's probably because of the coronavirus. Euros are in Europe, and Italy is one of the host venues this summer. Vaughn's put in here. Ooh, no. That's not good for that. That could be delayed. Yep, road to 2K here on the channel. And it's going for San Francisco and St. Mary's in the games tonight. That'd be crazy if there was just upsets all over the map in the WCC. All right, 14-point gamer now. Tisdale just hit the free throws at the line by the Buccaneers. Jumper right baseline off the mark, no good by Wofford. We're back over to East Tennessee. Final minute and a half left remaining. And Wofford will pick up the foul right now. Oh, okay, so yeah, that makes more clarity there. So Eric put out, we should get an entire month out of school for March Madness. Oh, so you still have to go to school. Yeah, because I know some of the schools are like canceled for like 2 weeks and stuff like that. What conference tournaments am I doing? I'm not entirely sure yet. What I'm doing, because once the matchups are like set and stuff like that, I'm probably gonna do the ACC on Thursday, most likely. I think, because I think that's on ESPN. Free throws to the line by the Buccaneers. They hit both of them, 70-54. Yep, this is the championship game for this conference. So it's down to like the final like minute and 20, and that's it. So they're gonna crown the winner of the Southern Conference in like any minute from now here, and then they got WCC goes into the semis. I think the other championship games that they crown. Yeah, I think Colonial. I think Colonial is the next one with an automatic bid. I think Colonial is tomorrow with Hofstra and the winner of Northeastern against Elon. I think that's tomorrow. And then Wednesday is Patriot League. Patriot League is Wednesday. They crown theirs with Boston University Bucknell. Yep, so East Tennessee is a minute and 11 left to go away from dancing in the tournament. They got this record. They're going to have a record of 30 wins and 4 losses. So they're going to be 30-4 and go into the tournament here for a mid-major. Wasn't a pretty type of game in this one, but this defense looking good. So this team's going to go dancing with a 30-4 record once they close it out. They were just fouled. They're going to go back to the line, and this team can hit free throws. This team can hit free throws. Good amount of turnovers in this one, but they can hit free throws. 17 for 19 at the line right now. Every single conference has an auto bid. So at every single conference, whatever team wins the conference tournament has an auto bid. So this is the Southern Conference, so this team gets their automatic bid in, and they're going to be the only team in the conference to make it in. Since they get 0 at-larges. Second shot's good at the free throw line. Wofford just got fouled, and this one is just turned into an 18-point game in the final minute. SPMA. Not sure what that means, but you got your letters jumbled up. Oh, jeez. Wow, I'm sorry to hear that, Eric. Man, that's unfortunate. Hey, welcome to the channel here, Robert Dahl. Thanks so much for stopping by. Or likes Sparty to win it. He's got, for this one, Book It he puts out. One of the hottest teams right now in college basketball is Michigan State. It could very well come together like that. I'm going back and forth between like 5 different teams that could possibly win the tournament. Vegas Vic's putting out here, if Gonzaga wins, then he's going to have to go on the Gonzaga bandwagon fan there. Second shot coming up here by Wofford at the free throw line. Little Man Knows Sports is live. That is awesome. So Little Man is live right now. Yeah, there's only 3 NBA games tonight. So this will be the 6th team that gets an automatic bid into the tournament. Oh, Utah Jazz is live. That's why. So Utah Jazz is live as Wofford hits the second shot down at the free throw line. So first winner of the auto bid was Mountain West with Utah State. They won back on Saturday with Sam Merrill with a dagger of a 3 to end it with 2 seconds left to go over San Diego State. So Utah State's punched in their ticket to the big dance. Ohio Valley won later on Saturday night by the Belmont Bruins. 76-75 over Murray State. That's the second team. Big South winner Winthrop with a record of 24-10 held off Hampton, beat them by 8. Fourth team into the big dance yesterday. Bradley won over Valparaiso by 14, 80-66. Liberty winning yesterday as well over Lipscomb, 73-57. This will be number 6 in the bracket here for the Southern Conference with a record of 30-4. Looking like they'll probably be most likely an 11 or 12 seed probably for East Tennessee State. And this team, depending on the matchup, they could very well pull off an upset there in the first round for this type of program for East Tennessee. Wofford takes a 3 deep, and they gut it. Knocks it down right there from behind the arc. Cuts it to 14. 72-58, 20 seconds left to go. But handshakes, high fives all over on the sideline here as Wofford will not follow. East Tennessee State will dribble out the basketball. It was a good effort, though, by the Terriers. 4 straight nights of college basketball here. Topping off Citadel, topping off Furman on Saturday, beating Chattanooga by 2 yesterday. But today, coming up short in this one, 72-58. And these guys are going dancing. ETSU for the tournament here. 30-4 with their record. They also beat LSU earlier this year, back in December. So watch out for this team, everybody. This game has gone final. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Don't forget, I'll be back probably 10 to 15 minutes from now. I'll be back for game number 2. Let's go here. I know Vaughn's out in California. Can't wait for San Francisco in this one. If Pacific had been able to beat San Francisco yesterday, it would be Pacific versus Gonzaga, but it is Gonzaga taking on San Francisco. I'll be back for that one. If anybody's new here and caught my stream for the first time, don't forget, before I sign off, make sure to hit the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the big red subscribe button as well if anybody's new, and notification bell as well. I call play-by-play of college basketball, NBA March Madness tournament. This was a great stream, by the way, everybody. I wasn't even sure how many people I would have got for this type of game here, everyone, but I'm shocked right now that we got about 20 people on a mid-major basketball stream, which is pretty cool here. We got a good chat throughout, so thanks guys so much, and I'll be back around 12 minutes or so with Gonzaga versus San Francisco. So yes, I'm going to create another stream for you guys. So I'm going to create another stream, so make sure you have a notification bell on if you want to know when I do go back in 12 minutes or so from now. But yes, thanks so much, Robert, for stopping by here. It's first time. I appreciate my man for finding my channel. And I call college basketball games, March Madness games, NBA as well here on the channel. So thank you so much here, and we'll be back in a couple minutes. Gonna sign off here, and East Tennessee State gets the victory as they go dancing. The 6th team as an auto bid here into the March Madness tournament. Thanks so much. Enjoy the rest of your night, and feel free to join me back later tonight.